Tiny terror of the Amazon. How bullet ants became nature's ultimate weapon. Chapter 1. The living heart of the Amazon rainforest, the beating green heart of South America. Stretching across more than 5.5 million square kilometers, it is a kingdom of endless rivers, impenetrable canopies, and hidden worlds. From above, it appears as a boundless ocean of emerald, broken only by winding ribbons of water. But within, the forest teems with life, over 400 billion trees, 2.5 million species of insects, thousands of birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. Every step here touches a web of ancient survival. Here, predators reign supreme. Jaguars stalk silently in the undergrowth, their rosetted coats blending seamlessly with shadows. Giant anacondas coil beneath still waters, their massive bodies waiting with patient menace. Harpy eagles circle high above, eyes sharp as daggers, ready to pluck a monkey from the canopy. To the human eye, danger is always associated with size, with muscle, with teeth and claws. The great beasts dominate stories of fear and survival, but deep underfoot, hidden among roots and leaves, another kind of terror waits. One that does not roar or strike from the shadows. One that whispers through agony. Chapter 2. The predator in miniature. Meet the bullet ant, Paraponera clavata. At first glance it seems ordinary. Another dark, glossy insect crawling along the buttress roots of a rainforest giant. Barely an inch long, it vanishes easily into the forest floor, but for those who know it carries a reputation unlike any other. The locals call it Hormiga 24, the 24-hour ant, for the excruciating day-long torment that follows a single sting. Scientists rank it at the very peak of the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a scale devised by entomologist Justin Schmidt to measure insect stings. Above the tarantula hawk, above wasps and hornets, the bullet ant's sting is described as pure, intense, brilliant pain, like walking over flaming charcoal with a nail embedded in the heel. The sting does not kill, it does something worse. It incapacitates. For hours, sometimes a full day, victims are reduced to trembling wrecks, unable to move, think, or function. Chapter 3. A colony of warriors. Bullet ants live in colonies ranging from several hundred to over 1,000 individuals. Their nests, hidden at the bases of trees or buried among roots, are heavily guarded fortresses. Workers patrol constantly, their antennae flicking across leaves, their compound eyes alert to any intruder. Foragers bring back prey, other insects, spiders, even small frogs or lizards, their strength disproportionate to their size. Unlike some ants that rely on numbers alone, bullet ants combine raw power with venom, making them formidable even individually. Together, they become something far greater, a disciplined army, every sting a weapon, every worker a soldier. Most animals have learned to avoid them. Monkeys recognize the warning scent and chatter nervously when they spot a colony. Birds veer away. Even large predators like jaguars step cautiously, their instincts telling them that pain waits where these ants march. Chapter 4. An encounter with humans. In the midday heat of an Amazonian village, children chase each other across the clearing, their laughter mingling with the buzz of cicadas. A young boy runs barefoot into the forest edge, brushing against a tree root. He does not see the colony at its base. A single ant climbs his ankle. The sting lands with precision. The boy's cry splits the air. He falls, clutching his leg as pain surges upward like fire through his veins. Sweat pours from his skin. His eyes roll back as nausea racks him. For hours he drifts in and out of consciousness, consumed by agony. The boy still survives, but the memory of that sting will never leave him. It is a story told to warn others, tread carefully, for the ground itself can hurt you. Encounters like this are not rare. Farmers clearing brush, loggers pushing deeper into the jungle, researchers collecting samples, all have reported attacks. Some collapse outright, fainting from the shock. Others stagger away, arms limp, hands paralyzed by pain. In the Amazon, respect for the bullet ant is universal. Chapter 5. The Ritual of Pain. Yet in one corner of this vast forest, the sting is not avoided but embraced. Among the Satere Mao people of Brazil, the bullet ant plays a central role in a rite of passage. Elders capture hundreds of ants, sedating them temporarily with herbs. They weave them into woven palm gloves, stingers facing inward. When the ants awaken, furious and disoriented, the gloves become gauntlets of suffering. Boys of the tribe, aspiring to manhood, must insert their hands into these gloves and endure the stings. The ritual is repeated many times over months and years, until they have proven resilience and courage. The screams echo through the forest as venom courses through their arms. Their hands swell grotesquely, fingers locked into claws of pain. Some convulse, some faint, all carry the scars of the experience. But when it is done, they emerge as warriors. The agony becomes a mark of identity, a badge of endurance. For the Sateramao, the bullet ant is not just an insect. It is a teacher, a trial, a crucible of fire that shapes the human spirit. Chapter 6: The Science of Agony. What makes the sting so devastating? Inside the venom lies ponerotoxin, a neurotoxic peptide unlike almost anything else in the insect world. This molecule binds to sodium ion in nerve cells, hijacking their function. It locks nerves into endless firing, bombarding the brain with signals of pain. The result? Muscle paralysis, violent tremors, overwhelming agony. In laboratory studies, researchers found that mice injected with ponerotoxin were immobilized within seconds. In humans, the venom causes fever, vomiting, hallucinations, and waves of pain so severe they eclipse rational thought. Justin Schmidt, who deliberately exposed himself to stings to rank them, described the bullet ant as a pure, intense pain that shuts down the ability to function. He endured it, but only barely. Other entomologists bitten accidentally have reported the same. The inability to stand, the loss of control, the sensation that the body itself is aflame. Chapter 7. Climax: The Price of Complacency. Imagine for a moment stepping barefoot on the forest floor. The ant's sting pierces the skin like a needle. In less than a heartbeat, fire explodes through the leg. Muscles seize, nerves scream. Minutes stretch into hours. The victim cannot move, cannot speak, cannot think beyond the pain. Sweat pours, teeth clench, stomach heaves. The venom does not relent. Every breath feels heavier, every second longer. For those who endure the Saterimao ritual, the ordeal repeats again and again, until the body becomes familiar with torment. But for outsiders, a single sting is often enough to leave them collapsed, helpless, begging for release. The bullet ant does not kill. It does something more profound. It dominates the mind. It proves that power is not measured by size, but by the ability to command fear. Chapter 8. Aftermath and Memory. The boy from the village recovers, though his arm throbs for days. The farmer returns to his work, but more cautiously. Researchers write notes in their journals, hands still trembling from venom. Animals too remember. Capuchin monkeys avoid trees where bullet ants nest, steering clear for entire seasons. Predators that stumble too close never make the same mistake twice. The colony persists, unchallenged. Its territory respected not by force of death, but by promise of suffering. The ants continue their patrols, harvesting food, raising their young, existing within the rhythm of the rainforest. Chapter 9. Nature's Ultimate Weapon. The bullet ant is proof that power in nature takes many forms. In the Amazon, where titans clash and predators stalk, it is not only muscle or fang that decides survival. Sometimes it is chemistry. Ponerotoxin does not kill. It incapacitates. It ensures that even the largest of creatures, even humans, respect the tiny warrior that wields it. To scientists, it is a marvel of evolution, a neurotoxin honed for defense. To tribes, it is a measure of strength and courage. To all who have felt it, it is unforgettable. The bullet ant's sting rewrites the balance of fear. It shows us that nature's ultimate weapon is not always the largest, but often the smallest, striking with precision where it hurts most. Through the forest fades to dusk, the camera lingers on the ground, where a lone bullet ant marches silently among the roots. Around it, the Amazon hums with life, and beneath it all lies a reminder: in this world, terror can come in the tiniest of forms.